here on PlayStation Day, and as a of the Destiny franchise, I have been buying into this game since its early launch on PlayStation 4. Starting off with a bang with the Collector's Super Edition. Thank you to my wife. Along with the old Dinkle Ghost, which occasionally from time to time I drag out and plug in and listen to him go through his phoned-in dialogue on my desktop. But I still think the Dinkle Ghost is my favorite ghost, and then that's because not just because he was the first ghost that we had in the game, but really because there was just something mechanically awkward about Peter's voice, and I don't think it was the fact that he was unaware or uninterested in his dialogue, which is what a lot of people accused him for. I think he was being told what the character was, and he was trying to play the character. Because if you pay attention to Peter Dinklage's performances throughout his career, he buys he's playing. He's not a method actor, but he emotes through his dialogue and tone what that character is about. So people want to talk shit about Dinkle Ghost. I think it's a fantastic piece of work. I really do. Anyway, segues away. So we're getting ready to load in. New Void classes have been updated to the subclass 3.0 system. You can now choose from a selection of supers, abilities, aspects, and fragments to craft your Void build. Now, back in Destiny 1, we did something similar to this just before everything went and we lost all our cool loot and efforts and hundreds of hours of gameplay. Yes, there's a bit of salt in there. So we're going to put some pepper in it. Pepper, pepper, pepper. And we're going to watch the intro. I hope you guys enjoy this.
Your theory was correct. The relic is of the pyramids. There's no doubt.
Word is out about Mars.
I need more time.
The Cabal are mobilizing. We need to... Secure the camp!
Wait. It seems they have another target.
What are they aiming at?
Savathun.
I said it before and I'll say it again. That is a straight up rip off of Ridley Scott and H.R. Giger's Project Alien. Oh, this is okay. You can switch to legendary difficulty at any time. Completed campaign missions can be replayed at a higher difficulty. Ah, Okay, so this is what I'm going to suggest. I'm going to suggest that everybody go ahead and try off with the Be Brave because it says here you can switch to legendary difficulty at any time. Completed campaign missions can be replayed at a higher difficulty. Complete all missions in the legendary campaign to claim the rewards below. So if you're just doing this, that's just to play through the story. And again, like I said, I'm an old single player gamer, so pushing myself into content that I don't feel is worth my effort is kind of the theme, my aesthetic that I've been going with. However, we have this exotic armor, a gear bundle at 1520 power. That's nice. An upgrade module of eight of those, and a higher truth. I guess that's a ghost or maybe an emblem. I'm going to say, you know what, guys, just be brave, and because you can. What it sounds like to me is that you can complete these at higher difficulties. So this, like I was going on about the differences. My problem with strikes, nightfalls, and then boom, raid. The strikes is meant to prepare you for the nightfall, and then you have the nightfall, because the strike and the nightfall are basically the same mission. The nightfall is just with bigger enemies, tougher enemies, maybe an extra mechanic or two. And then you have the raid, which has almost nothing really to do with the nightfalls or the strikes that they're born out of. Um, some could argue that, well, the raid is basically the nightfall, but you're not in the nightfall, you're actually in a different area of the nightfall. And a lot of raids do actually start from strike locations. Uh, but again, the whole point of playing the strikes as many times as we do before we play the nightfall is so that we're prepared for the mechanics of the strike, so that when things get heavier, you can be ready for it. That's what I'm going to train up through these missions, playing single player, and then go ahead and start attacking the legendary versions. Now, if it turns out that this is basically me just sweeping rooms and blowing, well, I almost said blowing bottles off of tabletops, because that's my experience with campaign games. I'm an old tabletop player, sorry. So, an old single player gamer and a tabletop gamer. So yeah, that's a slightly different perspective. I see this world through, I think, a slightly different lens than your average person would be, or that your I wouldn't say your average, that your majority of the demographic that's playing this game. I don't know very many people, apart from my son and our friend, who the three of us started the Gunfu Monks, who actually played any D&D or started their gaming experiences with D&D card games and miniature games. Um, but that's enough of that chit chat. Let's go for it. The Arrival. You know what? I think I'm actually going to wait up because my son actually got the Witch Queen expansion, and if the campaign is open to everybody, so I'm going to hold off here. I'll catch you guys. Well, I won't catch you anywhere because I. Thanks for stopping by.